Good morning, everybody. John here with FNP Wargamers, and this is the FNP Morning Show. I hope everybody had a good weekend, a good Thanksgiving, good Black Friday, good Small Business Saturday. I'm hoping everything worked out great for you all. Everybody was safe. No getting in fights at Target or Best Buy, Walmart, your friend of the local game store, wherever you managed to go. Kudos to the people that were smart enough to shop online for all their electronics and didn't have to leave the house. Thanks to everybody that came out to the Atomic Hobby Shop on Black Friday and on Small Business Saturday. It was two of our biggest days. We actually outdid last year, and I really appreciate all the customers, all the new customers, the new community that we're growing. We've seen a splurge. My initial estimates were around 17% increase, and I've since revised that. I think we're around 26% growth over last year. So, man, kudos to the advertising, the bosses advertising, and thanks to the community, man. I really appreciate you guys coming out and helping out the store. Always shop local before you shop big box stores. And because if you don't shop local, you don't come and support your local game stores like the Atomic Hobby Shop, you start losing places to play, places to hang out and game and do your hobby and such if you don't support local. Yeah, you can go save, sometimes a little bit extra percentage online, but by doing that, you are taking money out of the stores that you go play at. So thanks for looking out for us. I really appreciate that. So I'm not necessarily pressed for time today, but I am in a way. So we're not going to cover everything that happened. One thing I'm not going to cover, because there is some bad information out there and some good information. The chapter approved field Mutorium manual, basically the points guide coming out of the chapter approved. Some people have been posting up pictures of the points. Some people have given their estimates. And to be fair, some of it is wrong. Some of it is lacking information. Some of it is straight up trolling. But at least giving some of the information is good. So this is one of those instances that you just need to go buy the book. Just buy the book when it comes out, because there is bad information out there. There's already been confirmed doctored images of some of the pages. So just take that into consideration when you're like, oh my gosh, look, I'm saving 50 points on this model. They're now like 2 points. Terminators that are 2 points. This is awesome. Come on, man. Use your brain pan. That's not true. So it's easy to get fooled, but why people do that, I don't know. It's such a dick thing to do to people, screwing them over like that by putting out that fake information. I mean, why go through all that trouble to troll somebody? That's just malicious for no reason. I can't see a purpose it serves. So I'm just going to warn you all, be careful with that information, even from trusted sources, because one of the sources that I am familiar with, and I was looking at the information that they posted up on their webpage, they had posted up some of that bad information. They've since corrected, but it's out there, and it's bad news, ladies and gents. It's bad news. Don't trust it until you have it in your hands. But that information is everywhere right now. Everybody seems to have it. So just buy the gosh darn chapter approved. It did not go up in price. In fact, Games Workshop could have increased the price by $5, which I expected. It's still a $35 chapter approved, at least here in the US, but it's now split into two books, one with all the point values and one with all the other information like the new modes of play, scenarios, whatnot. So they actually could have easily gone, you know what, this deserves a $5 price increase, which they've done stuff like that in the past, but they didn't. So this is one of those instances where I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Games Workshop, for not increasing that price dramatically and splitting it up and making it more convenient. Yes, I'm going to buy this chapter approved. So, what else happened? Man, I feel like something else happened. Remember, I told you guys I've passed a lot of information on over the past 2 months. So we're going to go over some of that information. So let's talk about the Warhammer 40,000 weekender, or the open day. And that's why some people were like, John, why isn't there Age of Sigmar? There's probably going to be an Age of Sigmar. No, it was the Warhammer 40,000 open day. It's right there in the title. I told you guys about that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that on the 30th, which was yesterday, 30th of November, they're going to do some big reveals, mainly about Sisters of Battle. What I did not anticipate, and I little ashamed. I really have to kick myself for not digging deeper or not asking more information, because I feel like I might have been able to. A simple leap of logic would have probably led me to this if I would have thought about it. But I might have been able to get some of the more information that was revealed. But you know what? It's one of those cases that it's a surprise, and I like those surprises sometimes. I thought that was really cool. All that information that they showed, the new models, the video I'm about to play here. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't, because sometimes I don't want that leaked information. I'd rather have the surprise. So I'm glad we all got to have that surprise together. So I'm going to play this video. I'm going to turn off my mic so there is no, I don't want any back feed or whatever, or feedback, sorry, feedback for the video. And then we'll come back, we'll talk about it, and we'll go over everything else. So let's do this. Let's go big and do this. All right. Well, sorry. I guessing that when I might have swapped the screen, and you might have saw this screen pop back up. If you did, I apologize. I was just double checking some things, so I was trying to keep that. Oh, did I mute the video? Ah, gosh darn it! I might have ended up muting the video by accident. I don't want to play it again, because that just eats some time. But I don't know. That's really weird. The video should have played, or the audio should have played. I'm sorry, Epion. Maybe I did something wrong. Well, let's do this. Let's try it again. You tell me if you're hearing the audio. Okay, you already saw it. Okay. Can you hear the video play now? Weird. Oh well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm glad you at least saw the video. I'm sure the entire world saw the video. So, weird. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that. Check out my settings here, because it looks like some of my settings might be... Something's wrong here. I can see it actually now. There's some feedback on one of the... Yeah, there's some feedback on that. Okay, I'll look into that. I don't know either, man. Well, thanks for giving me the heads up, because I would have been like, what do you mean you guys aren't listening to the gosh darn video? So Nice clear pictures. We already saw earlier this year the some of the images, the still shots like this one. It's in the screen right there of the Angels of Death that's coming out by the gentleman that did the Hell's Reach YouTube series. Let's see, their names were Richard Boylan and Bowman Modine. So they got a nice bigger budget and much larger budget, and probably some better studio equipment and maybe some people helping them out. It's looking pretty good, and it's very stylistic. I love the concentrating mainly on the shades of the white, black, the gray, and then the splash of a little bit of color here and there. I really like that. It makes it really stand out, and it's going to be almost I guess maybe not in the genre style, but almost a noir kind of feel to it. So this is going to be very interesting. And if you saw the images, some people have been like, oh, look, they're doing anime style. I don't know. Some of those things, I don't think they're really anime style, because it's definitely, I'm a huge consumer of Japanese and even a little bit of the Chinese anime that's out there. And there's a different style to the animation, and just not even just the animation, the actual artwork that kind of helps delineate between the Western and Eastern animation or cartoons, where Japanese, for some reason, call it anime, and in the West here we call it cartoons. But there's definitely a style, and it could very well still be, say, an Asian gentleman or woman that is doing the artwork. But it definitely has a Western feel. So I'm not going to call it anime. I'm just going to say they're cartoons or animated videos, because they're not anime. They definitely have the influence of, say, Japanese animation, but those, not the Angels of Death, but if you saw the, looked like it was, gosh darn it, let me pull up that video here, see if I can pull it back up. It looked like Night Lords were chasing down an assassin. Yeah, okay, it is. Looks like, sorry about the jumping around here. I'm just trying to find. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking it was. Let's see here. Come on, find the images. Find the images. Find it. Okay, you know what? Oh, I can just do this. God dang it, John. Oh, there's a different one. That's Sisters of Battle there. That'll be different from... Yeah, so those are Night Lords. You can see the defaced thing, the cruel-looking thing. It looks like they're bat wings. Oh, back there looks like a raptor. And it's probably them chasing down that assassin that killed... Because they spent decades, or millennia, really, hunting down all the different Caladius assassins, trying to find the one, and they eventually got her, I think, and spoiler, but they still never stopped hunting them down and killing them. So that looks like that's what's going to happen here, is they found one and they're after her ass. They're out to get her. So that's going to be a cool series. Hopefully it's longer. It's like a 20-30 minute episode. That would be really great. All right, the other thing I want to talk about, I'm not going to play this video since the sound is not working, but I'd like to, oh, gosh darn it. Let's see if I can just open that picture in a new tab. Yeah, there we go. So if you remember, I've been reporting on the next book after Blood of Baal, how that was going to be book 4. And I said, I don't know what is going to be in book 4, but it looked like that it could be some combination of Space Wolves, the orcs from Armageddon, the Dark Angels, and the Planet of Sorcerers, the Thousand Suns. And it looks like if you throw all that together, definitely I was right. My leaker was right. The information that we essentially data mined was right. It was just not all in one book, which makes sense. But it was, at least the information was accurate. So we just got, one of the books is out of order, but that's okay. I don't mind. So Psychic Awakening, book 4 is going to be Ritual of the Damned. This is Dark Angels, Grey Knights, and Thousand Suns. I'm pretty sure this might be a kind of a revenge against the Thousand Suns and Zinch in general for tricking them and going after the Space Wolves. This will be very interesting. I've already heard a lot of things. This is the moment that Lionel Johnson is going to come back, because they said that they're going to be making Heroes, and everybody's been talking about it. I don't think so. I think we're going to see a Primaris version of one or two of the Dark Angels characters. I don't predict anything new besides the new abilities for the Grey Knights, because they already had a character, about a year and a half ago, Valdoris, I think. So I don't think, or Voldus, I don't think they need a new character. They just need some updated info, and I don't think they're getting Primaris Marines. The reason why I don't think they're going to get Primaris Marines is because that's going to be something for their book launch. Whenever they get a full-on book, it'll be, hey, here's Primaris. The Primaris process, the Rubicon Primaris process has got to the Grey Knights. They've perfected it, and they've implemented it with their next generation of Grey Knights. But not something like a little book like this. This one would probably be, here's some relics, here's some stratagems, warlord traits, and maybe a new psychic power tree. Pat them on the butt, get them out the door. I think the big winners will be Dark Angels. They're going to get a host of things to bring them up to the level of Space Marines. So they'll probably, I think they already technically have all the Vanguard rules, but I think like Blood of Baal, supposedly in Blood of Baal, all those new Vanguard Marine units, they're actually going to have their data sheets with the Blood Angel keywords and everything in Blood of Baal. And we'll find out this week, actually. So that's coming. I think that's what's going to happen to the Dark Angels, and they're going to be like, hey, dude, here's brand new characters for you. Either a brand new character, could be the one that replaced Balthazar, the Fifth Company guy. He was the company master of the Fifth, I think it was the Fifth Company in the Dark Vengeance box set. He was eventually killed and replaced with the first Primaris captain in the Dark Angels that became a company master. So it could be, I forget the gentleman's name. I'm going to have to look that up in the White Dwarf from a few months ago, which could be an interesting, segue that they were basically prepping us for this, which actually, anyways, or we could see Azrael, Ezekiel, I doubt Samael, or Belial. Belial? Yeah. Maybe not Belial. They'll keep him in Terminator armor probably. But I could see where Ezekiel and or Azrael will get a Primaris version. I could see that happening. I could see that more than anything else. I really don't think the Thousand Suns are going to get a new model. I don't think they will. They don't need one. Well, they could use another character model, but really, I don't see them getting anything. Just because, if you notice, not every time something comes out, it's like a plethora of new units and such. So, I think with Faith and Fury, I don't think anybody's getting a new model. No, there's not any single new model coming out with Faith and Fury. So there's no guarantee that something new is going to come out and it's just going to be full of stuff. I think, like I said, it'll be a Dark Angel character, either a new one or an old one. I predict an old one, but they said reborn and new hero, so it could be a new one. This could be a good time to do both. Who knows? So that'll be book 4. So we were right about one of those combinations, book 4. The one that we did not predict was the Greater Good. And this is a spoiler alert. So turn down the volume. I'll wave at you when the spoiler alert is over, and then we can continue on. So here we go. I had assumed that the Tau was going to involve the Tyranids. I totally forgot about the Gene Stealer cults. And the reason why is there is a Death Watch novel out called Shadowbreaker. And it's a continuation of Talon Squad, or Squad Talon, or Team Talon, and their fight against, they're basically tracking down an Inquisitor who's working with the Tau to basically unlock the secrets, I guess, of the psychic call that goes out from, say, the gene stealers, and big bad stuff happens. And anyways, so gene stealer cults fighting against the Tau is what I think this is going to be, and that'll be it. There's not going to be anything else in that book. It's just going to be the two factions. That'll be it. So spoiler over. Okay. So the last one, or not the last one, but book 6. So they're probably going to be going beyond 8 books. So probably, because this will be January, February, March, April will be 7, May will be 8. So, and this will only put us at, oh boy, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So as of, oh boy, as of Ritual of Damn, it puts us at 10. This will put us at 12, 13, 14, 15 out of 24 chapters. So, and within 2 books, they would pretty much have to do 9 factions. Sorry, not chapters, 9 factions. So it'll probably, looks like it's going to go beyond, which that's fine. June, July, and then enough time for August to roll around for a new edition, maybe. That new edition that we've been hearing rumors about that does make sense, but doesn't. Anyways, so book 6, Psychic Awakening. The other one that we thought was going to be one of the combinations of book 4 is actually going to be Orcs and Space Wolves, it looks like. Saga of the Beast, which is going to be around Armageddon. That map I showed you guys a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, to the south, maybe a little bit southeast of Fenris, is Armageddon. And this is probably going to be that rumored Gazcall model. I mean, he, after Gazcall, during the thanks to Crom, by the way, for filling me on this. After he left Armageddon during the Third War of Armageddon, took off, Commissar Yark chased after him. Eventually, can't remember the name of the planet, but Gazcol got to this big orc world where it's the Inquisition basically led a Tyranid high fleet there, and the orcs and the Tyranids were battling back and forth. Gazcol shows up with this massive wall behind him. Just massive wall, disabling Imperial ships and doing a lot of bad stuff to them, and basically team up with the orcs there. They deal with the Tyranids, and then more orcs are showing up, and essentially it looks like he's going to become the new beast, which we've kind of been predicting. He's going to be the new big bad boy for the orcs. So he's probably going to get his very lovely, very beefy boy, juicy model. Probably, that looks about March time frame. So we'll see more probably at LVO. LVO is going to be an interesting time at the end of January, because that's when we're going to see what's going to become in the next 4 to 6 months. And then, of course, Adepticon will push out that schedule even more at the end of March, beginning of April. So yay, lots of cool stuff there. I know we're all super excited about this. I am, because it just goes to show that, and this, once again, this is not tooting my horn or being, I'm better. It's me just being very happy that my sources keep giving me accurate information that I can report to you all. I can operate on. For some reason, that page I just had up did not have all the reveals. Oh, it did. I just had to keep going down anymore. So I actually put the pictures aside. I'm not going to play the Sister of Battle coming early 2020. It looks like it's still holding out to be sometime in January for all the new stuff. But once again, don't count your eggs before, no, count your chickens before your eggs, whatever that gosh darn saying is. Let's take a look at the Triumph of Saint Catherine. Now, we were right again. That image that I showed you guys a few weeks ago, or about a week and a half ago, this is it. It's almost verbatim. I mean, they just basically took what was on the page and put it into basically into a cat or a machine and let it do this. This is awesome. I don't know how good of a unit it is, but it is absolutely gorgeous. All the creepy cherubim flying around. This is such a cool model. I don't even know if I would use it, but man, would be a beautiful centerpiece. This would be such a beautiful centerpiece. If you painted this like marble, like made it look like a statue on a centerpiece for your display board, this is really, really breathtaking. And I don't know how effective it's going to be, because it's basically like an 18 wound Sisters of Battle with lots of cool knickknacks and special abilities. But I don't know if it counts as a character. Oh, it is. It's an HQ choice. So this is actually kind of cool, man. I'm not going to lie, but 18 wounds means you can target it. Oof. But I don't know if there's going to be bigger threats out there than going after this juicy, juicy target, to be perfectly fair. This thing just does some aura buffs. It's not necessarily lethal in combat, but it does put out buffs and special aura abilities. So it could be, but I would rather target. There's other things that are a lot scarier to target first than going after this. Maybe. I don't know. I have to look at the rest of the army. But I really love the models. I love everything about this model. This is so cool looking. So awesome. I mean, I would even consider buying 2 just to see what I can do with the 6 Sisters of Battle here, and equip them a little differently, give them, different weapons. And I don't know. I think that would be kind of a cool looking squad. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, depending on the price, and if I can actually get my hands on one and take a look at how it's constructed, then I might be able to come up with a very good idea, especially how these hands, all the weapons and everything connect. That will determine if I'm able to do a good conversion or not. But I digress. So more Sister Repentia. These are the actual multi-part plastic kits that are going to be coming. I'm really digging this. Look at that cybernetic leg. Really awesome. And I'm loving that it's still females, though why they're wearing the volleyball shorts, I don't know. I'm not complaining. I am a fan of women in volleyball shorts. I don't know about you all, but I personally like it. So bring it on, I guess. This Mistress Repentia, or no, Mistress, oh gosh, I already forgot what they're called. Anyways, with her neural whips, I don't think that's the same one that comes in the box. I can't see it from here. She looks a little different, and I think it's the stance. So, because I remember, I think this whip kind of whips up and around, or loops up and around. This, regardless, really cool, because there's still more coming. So, man, and I really love, like, these two they look like they're like stepping up to the plate, and they're about ready to hit that home run, but with a giant eviscerator, and it is going to leave a mark. I am still considering, just for fun, because I think it would be really cool to see 30 of these Sister Repentia. Well, I guess you don't have 30. You have 3 squads of 9, so that's 27, plus 3 of the Mistress Repentia sprinting across the board or popping out of rhinos and just laying into your opponents. And then here comes 30 Arcoflagellants, and that are just shrugging off all the damage that's coming down their way. And you are just going to have this bloody massacre with, it's 30, 60 models putting out. I think if you do all the stratagems right, between the 60 of them, they were doing somewhere around 180, almost 200 attacks that are just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right, and then let's talk about this thing. This will be the last thing we talk about. Let me scroll down to, I forget what it's called. Did they give it a name? The Archaeocopter. I don't know, man. I hate their naming system, but let me do this here. This will be a lot easier. So I am digging this sucker. It is so bizarre and over the top that I don't even know how I feel about it. It's so cool looking. And this is just one of the variants. I think this is probably the gunship variant. And people are like, oh no, heavy stubbers. I think it's just the heavy stubbers on the side, because if you look at that, the front or the fore or whatever they call that, the nose cone barrels, those look like those heavy incendium cannons. So I think those are like strength 5 or strength 6, and or Cognis. I don't know what they are, but they don't look like normal heavy stubbers. The one on the port or the starboard side looks like that is a regular stubber, heavy stubber, and then these guns up front are much bigger. It'd be interesting to see what other weapons it has. It did look like with this other image, they do have a bomb array. There's a missile array. Oh, okay, so this isn't that wasn't the gunship one. That was probably a transport one, because look at this twin linked heavy stubbers. More heavy stubbers, more stubbers, stubbers, heavy stubbers everywhere. And actually, so those up there and the front mounted ones, let me jump back here. Yeah, those look different. Okay, so one of the variants does have heavy stubbers at the front. Probably have 2 turrets of twin linked heavy stubbers on under each wing. Some sort of missile launcher, might be maybe to shoot down flyers, be able to bomb, and then of course the door gunners, and then a different variant up front for the gun. So there's multiple gun options here. I like that it has a very Victorian era steampunk look to it. Almost just the cabling. It definitely has what I expect. It's very British. Let's put it that way. Very British looking. Maybe with a dash of Italian, throw a little Leonardo da Vinci in there, and you get this. I don't know if it's a hot mess or what. I don't know if I'll get it because I don't do Mechanicus, but it's definitely a cool flyer. Just because it's just so absurd that, man, I don't know. So I don't know when this will drop officially. My guess, since they're showing it now, probably April. If things hold out, it'll probably be April, May is when this will drop. So, and it'll probably drop whenever Adeptus Mechanic is. I don't think it'll drop with the Psychic Awakening. I think it'll drop with an actual codex. I mean, if it drops with the Psychic Awakening, it's very clever because that means they get the model out there. They sell Psychic Awakenings so you can have the rules right away, plus all the stratagems. And then if you miss that gravy train, then when they do a new codex sometime next year or the year after, then bam, there you go. The official rules will be in there and everybody will be happy. Much rejoicing. So really cool reveals at the open day. And I know most of you have already seen this stuff yesterday. I was very busy running around doing stuff yesterday, my one day off, probably for the next week and a half. Pretty much. I only had, I'm pretty much going to be busy all this time for the next week, maybe 2 weeks. So Mephiston, we knew he's on pre-order. Mephiston's book, City of Light, has come out. So a lot of cool stuff. So I have not been paying attention to too much rumors right now. I haven't even been digging. I was actually doing my best to take as much time off as possible. I needed to kind of decompress from doing so many videos and pretty much just data mining, if you will, for content and bugging my sources. I gave them a break. I took a break, and I'm probably just going to be reporting on the news. But if somebody gives me information, I'll take it. We'll look at it. So to recap, before I get off here, if you are basing any of your army building decisions on, or going to a tournament based on all the rumors and the leaked images of chapter approved, please be careful, because some of those leaks have been found to be false. Some of the images have been found to be doctored, and a lot of the leaks are not fully comprehensive. They might look comprehensive because they have like 20 or 30 things, or like every unit is listed with some sort, with either with or without their points adjustments. So just be careful. Consider it all rumor until you buy the book. Please buy the book. Buy the chapter approved. Don't pirate it. Don't copy it. Don't rely on websites telling you that it's this point value or this point value, because they have either they're doing it deliberately or it's unintentional that they've left points out. Or there are people that are deliberately trolling the community. Gosh darn, man, that coffee was bad. They're deliberately trolling the community with these bad images, these doctored images. So don't trust it until you buy it yourself. Please, it'll do yourself do yourself a big favor by waiting. And I use BattleScribe, but I can't always trust BattleScribe because human error. They sometimes they mess up. It could be like they forgot to leave or put the decimal in the right place, or I don't know. I don't do coding. So first off, kudos to all of them, because it's all volunteer. But always have your book, because tournaments and events are going to probably start going, you know what? Did you bring your codex? No, we can't rely on a BattleScribe printout to be accurate. We need you to have your codex. So, and then do you have the chapter approved with you to verify that your points are right? No, you didn't use that, but you used BattleScribe, which is okay, 100%. Because it does help, but you need to trust but verify, and you cannot rely on the TOs at events to be checking every list and be 100% accurate. There's going to be mistakes sometimes. So do yourself a favor, buy the chapter approved, have the points, have your codex, physical copies. This really will help you, and always have that there first. Yeah, I agree, Epion. I think Adepticon, I believe it was Nova, and there was one other this year that are like, you need to bring your books. BattleScribe, and what's the other one? Army Builder. They are great, useful tools, but they are not the rule book. And sometimes there are errors in the points. So, or the rules. So you've got to, digital copies. You've got to be careful, man. Don't show up to an event without your source material. Don't go, well, on Blood of Kittens, it shows that, my points are actually this. Well, I don't care what Blood of Kittens says. That is not official. Do you have the book? Do you have it on digital or hard copy? No, but I use BattleScribe. Great, you use BattleScribe. That's a great tool. Do you have the rules? No? Well, sorry, man. Until you get the rules in here, you can't play. So that's something to consider, man. You don't want to show up to an event and you all of a sudden you start getting accused of cheating because you're relying on websites. And Blood of Kittens is a good website, by the way. I don't think there's ever been an issue with them, but they some of their information on there is not 100%. And I'm not calling them out. That it's a rumor site, and they'll post leaks up, but it's not 100% proof. The only 100% proof you have is when you have that book in your hand or downloaded from the Black Library website. So Blood of Kittens is good. Other websites are still good. Great that they're reporting on this, but you need to have that actual core book, that information yourself. Save yourself the trouble, the heartache, the frustration, being called a cheater because you are relying on different websites like Blood of Kittens, Fate 212. I even saw that one of the FNP members had put up Devolved or De-Evolution. I think it was a link from De-Evolution. They had a bunch of images up there with the different chapter or the different factions, like showing their different point breakdowns. And I started going through, and I was like, you know what? Instead of me going through and verifying with the stuff that I have, let's just do this. Let's just put a caveat. This is rumors. This is not 100% accurate. It is missing some information. So treat it with a grain of salt. Treat it as a rumor until you buy the physical copy. It's essentially, at the end of the day, don't trust anything except for the physical copy or the digital copy that you purchased. That way you have accurate information. It's great kind of use theory craft with this stuff that's out there, these leaks, but without 100% verified information, like in your hands, you just bought the book, then I would be very, very leery of it. All right, so yeah, I'm on a roll. I'm probably going to get in trouble for somebody's probably going to say, John over at FNP Wargamers was calling you guys out, Mr. Blooded Kittens. What are you going to do about that? I'm not calling them out, man. I'm not calling them out. I'm saying that they're a good site, but they are not the source material. Don't show, please, for the love of God, don't show up to one of my tournaments saying, well, I got all this stuff on Blooded Kittens. No, the Blooded Kittens is not Games Workshop. They're not Black Library. Get the F out, man. Come on. So, and don't show up with just Battlescribe. Bring your gosh darn codexes, because that will probably save you a rules dispute. All right, I've got things to do. I got to get to work here shortly. Leave for work here shortly. Got to call my family. So I wasn't able to call family for Thanksgiving because of work and traveling. So I got to give them a call. I don't have to, but I want to give them a call. It's better. That sounds better. All right. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. You stayed safe. You got nice, happy bellies. And I might be having a contest here very soon. I've got to make a decision on one of those Sisters of Battle boxes and what I want to do with it. I might be using it as a giveaway. So we'll see. All right. Yep. You have a good day too, Epion. And before I go, keep in mind that this is probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to be putting up a new schedule for what do you call it? What I'm doing right now, streaming. Sorry. I'm going to be putting up a new schedule. The morning shows are going to still be happening, but I'll be putting up the evening schedule, which should be, as of right now, if everything holds up right, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we'll be doing either a 7, 8, or 9 p.m. show. I got to look at the scheduling. So Central Time, and then Sundays at 5 p.m., except for today because I'm covering for one of my employees so they can have the day off. So I won't be doing an evening show, but going forward, that'll be the evening show for a while until everybody gets back on. So watch for that, probably Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Have a great, great Monday. Kick off this week just right because Christmas is right around the corner and there's lots of good releases. I'm going to have some updates for some other games this week that I've been doing some research over the weekend. So I'll be announcing those over the week, and we'll tackle those new games, RPGs, some new miniature games, and some Kickstarters that are coming up. All right. I will talk to you all later. Enjoy your day.